Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and still with you here and the afternoon's edition of Cairo Local Time. And for more on the Egyptian diplomatic activity in South Korea and the foreign minister's visit over there, we're delighted to be joined over the telephone by His Excellency Ambassador Gamal Bayoumy, the former assistant to the foreign minister. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Ambassador.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir, and thank you very much for your time, Your Excellency. Of course, Egypt is seeking to expand its partnership with South Korea's Economic Development Cooperation Fund and South Korea as a whole. How do you see and highlight the importance of this for us and the significance of the Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati's visit, specifically during this current timing?
This is a story with multi-dimensions.
Yes.
First, it is part of our foreign policy, which is very friendly to all the countries in the whole world. We have direct contacts on the presidential level and the ministerial level.
Mm-hmm.
It is a regional also because we are a very important part of Africa, mm-hmm. and we are defending what Africa is in need of. And there is the initiative of our president to the donor countries to come to invest in Africa, to give the money enough to invest with the Egyptian experience, which is the most accepted place in Africa.
Yes. And
on the African soils for the benefit of everybody.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And of the bilateral relation between Egypt and the two Koreas, North and South Korea. It is a funny story because we used not to recognize South Africa at all. Mm. Why? Because of this very special relation between our leader, the late President Hosni Mubarak, because he was carrying a great feeling of favor to North Korea. They helped him during the battle of October War 73. Mm-hmm. So he didn't recognize South Korea, and the representation between the two countries, it was on the level of a consul general, never ambassadors.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, very late, we recognize, of course, South Korea, and it is a very rich country, by the way, and it is highly developed in many sectors. So here now we have a new file, and thank God that we now have a balanced relation with the North Korea and the South Korea.
Indeed, Mr. Ambassador, now, of course, we've seen many opportunities existing for South Korean companies looking to invest in Egypt as the Korean private sector works to promote innovation and industrial development. What fields do you see as possibilities for investors here in Egypt, especially things related to technical and technological innovation, as well as financial expertise, etc.?
Our message to the prospective investor is the following. If you invest in Egypt, it's not that you are investing in a country with a market of 100 million inhabitants. No, because we have a free trade area with the Arab countries, the 22 Arab countries. We have free trade area with 51 African countries, and of course the famous agreement with the European Union, the association agreement. So if you invest in Egypt and produce in Egypt, then you are able to export to a market of 2,000 million inhabitants without paying any taxes. This is exactly how we are marketing for investing in Egypt. Also, we are marketing for the geographical place, because thank God that Egypt in the middle of everywhere. We are telling our Korean partners, or the Chinese or the Japanese, instead of producing anything in your country and take the whole way up to Europe, no, produce it in Egypt, and then you save almost more than half of the distance between you and the European market, which is the largest market in the world, of course.
Absolutely. And also the Egyptian, geographical location strengthens its position as well as, a regional manufacturing and exportation hub specifically.
Exactly. And we have all these possibilities. We are marketing for it. And thank God that we have very good listeners everywhere in the world.
Absolutely. Your Excellency, Ambassador Gamal Bayoumy, the former assistant to the Foreign Minister, many thanks, sir, for your time and your insight and for joining us this afternoon on Cairo Local Time. Moving to more news, remittances from Egyptians working abroad surged by 32% during the first 9 months of the fiscal year, recording $34.9 billion according to the Central Bank of Egypt data that has been published. This is also a rise from $29.4 billion during the first 8 months of the fiscal year 2025 and 26. The remittances are considered a main anchor for increasing the foreign currency inflows after exports alongside tourism.